Hello. So, a friend of mine, Zetamath, who also has his own YouTube channel, which I will link in the description. He does a lot of logic puzzle stuff, which is fun. And also, he's been playing through some kind of puzzly video games and stuff. So, he is here. Say hello, Zeta.
Hello.
So, he has been watching my crossword series and enjoying it, and has been attempting his own crosswords, and thought it would be fun to do a collab video. So Zeta's birthday is January 5th. So we've gone to January 2nd, 2023 in the archive, which is the Monday. And we're going to do the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And we'll kind of stagger the release of those as we're able to get them done. So today is the first day. We were going to do the Monday leading up to his birthday on that Thursday. Excellent. All right. Are you ready to go?
Sounds good.
All right. So Mondays are generally the easiest. They also have the easiest to understand theme. And I know when you were talking to me earlier, you didn't quite understand what theme meant, so I can hopefully help explain that as well. But
excellent.
To viewers, I am not a crossword expert by any means. I've been doing them for about a year now in videos, so I've become somewhat proficient with them, but I am far from an expert. We are both still learning how to do these.
I think the biggest thing I learned from you, I'll say, is to not do all the across clues first and then do all the down clues.
Yeah, although there will be people who say, I've been doing crosswords for 30 years and I do across then down. So, but I do like to cluster solve myself. I find that's nicer for my style. Yeah, I've actually stopped getting comments saying you should do it this way, which is nice.
Excellent.
Cool. Okay, well, let's get started. Blank for apples. Have some fall fun. I would say it's Bob for apple. Yeah, Bob. So now that we have, especially if I have the first letter to the down clues, I like to just immediately look, because having the first letter can help really prime words.
Straps. I also find it very helpful when it's like later in the week and there's a clue that could be like 3 different things, and I'm like, okay, well, this would fit, but I bet there's a million things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, having the looking at the crossing clues can help you narrow that down. Straps that go around the waist. I'm assuming that's belts. Yes. And this is the first tip. And I guess I'm just going to give tips even if you already know. But straps is plural. So we're expecting our answer to be plural. And most plurals in English end in S. So even if you don't know the answer, like if you can't think of belts, fill in that S. I recommend penciling it, using the pencil tool to fill in the S. But that S can then help you with the across clue later.
Oh, that is another big thing that I have definitely shifted from you. Is like if there's something that like looks like it might end in ly, at least try the ly or the s or whatever.
Like ly, ed, like the endings, the part of speech or basically you have to be able to replace the clue with the answer, and so it needs to work in a sentence in the same way. So he wears straps that go around the waist. He wears belts, right? So anyway. Plurals match. La Boheme or La Traviata. Those sound like operas to me.
Yep.
And here's the next. Operas. If that said and, it would be plural. If it says or, then it's not plural. So that's a good check to see if we have the correct number of letters for that.
I'm surprised there isn't an EG. Sometimes there's an EG when it gives you like 2 examples, and sometimes there isn't.
Yeah, I think it's honestly, I don't know like when they decide to use that or not. It's very unlikely to happen. I can't immediately think what that is.
I cannot either.
But we can look at these acrosses, and that might help. Prefix. So prefix with center means what would you put right before center to prefix it? And I would say epicenter.
I guess you used to be in California, so that one is particularly appropriate.
Oh yeah, for earthquakes, yeah.
Yeah. Leg.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't even read the clue
sorry,
yet. Chicken piece that's not a
Sorry, you have to read the clue for people. Sorry.
Yeah, when you're solving on your own.
Sorry. Yeah, I haven't ever produced a crossword video before, is maybe...
Okay, so can we think of it's very unlikely to happen, B-I-G?
It's one of those embarrassing moments where I don't think.
Wait, I missed what you said through your laughing.
Oh, I said... it's one of those embarrassing moments where I've got 3 letters of a 5-letter word on a Monday clue and I still don't know what it is.
Yeah. I want to put bigly.
Yeah, I was thinking
it might be 2 words.
It would make a TRL.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's 2 words, that always gets me.
The only word I can think of with a vowel here is bigot, and that definitely doesn't fit.
I would have thought that had a double G, but I have no idea.
I think it's BIGOT, but what do I know? I'm not known to be a speller. We can look at this across. I mean, we can look at this one. So we can actually, let's look at
Safari. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. This is Safari. Guided Adventure on the Serengeti.
Sorry,
Okay, so
Guided Adventure on the Serengeti. Sorry, yeah, that.
Yeah. It's got to be 2 words, right? Big if. It's very likely to happen. That's
true.
A big if.
Big if true is like a Twitter meme.
Yeah. Or I would say that's a big if, right? Like, oh, if he wins the election, well, that's a big if, right?
Right. Okay, yeah, that.
Yeah. So before I read this clue, notice it's highlighting this one on the bottom, telling us that this is part of our theme, and this clue is going to tell us what our theme is. And notice when I click this, it highlights all of the ones for the theme. So that doesn't happen in the paper version, but I think the paper version has other ways of indicating that. So, classic song about a soulmate, or a phonetic hint for repeated pairs of letters in these acrosses. So, we're looking for a classic song, and then phonetic hint means it sounds like it, like we're supposed to use homophones. But I can't immediately think what that's going to be. But maybe getting we know we're going to have repeated pairs of letters, which is nice to know already about all of these words. So the 2000.
Repeated pairs of letters. Are you thinking like 2 P's, or are you thinking like there's a PR in all of them or something like that?
It could be either one at this point. My immediate thought was like we're going to repeat a letter, like PP or EE or something. But at the same time, it could be, hey, we're supposed to do ER 5 times. Yeah. But the answers are always going to be valid words or phrases, which is nice. We don't have to like worry about it being nonsense until you understand the theme. So the 2005 compilation Killer Queen is one honoring Queen. So that's going to be a documentary probably about Queen the band. But I'm trying to think why.
Or like a greatest hits album or something.
True. But honoring is kind of a key word here.
Tribute album?
Ooh, tribute album does work. And so are there repeated letters in tribute album? There's a B. It makes me wonder if try is supposed to be, I don't know, because this doesn't repeat any letters. Phonetic hint for repeated pairs of letters. Okay, well, we can check with the downs to see if this is actually correct, but it sounds right. It might be. Loaf-shaped cake. I would say bunt, but there's an A here, and we're pretty confident about Safari.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Cakes are like donut shaped.
True. They're not loaf shaped. They're exactly not loaf shaped, so that would be wrong. Good point. Well, if we can't think of it, we can just look at the rest of these. Ford model, that's also a zodiac sign. Taurus?
Taurus?
Yeah. Oops. That's the other thing, is you can call out when I accidentally
think Taurus has an A instead of an O at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Even when it's the Ford? Yeah, probably. Actor, comedian.
The math Taurus has an O.
Oh, true. Okay. Actor, comedian Steve. I never get the names.
Oh, yeah, the name ones are always like, yeah, this is just still like, hope to get all the other clues and maybe guess what it is.
My worry is like the places where I have blanks in my trivia knowledge are exactly where your blanks are going to be too.
That's exactly what I was thinking during the beginning. It's like, yeah, I have a bad feeling about what's going to happen when we get to all the sports clues and all the people clues.
So this is referencing Gate Across. So Emmy or Grammy, I would assume, is an award.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And then award for some New York plays.
Ooh, I'd have guessed Tony for that, but
yeah, but then this wouldn't be tribute. But that makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, tribute album could be wrong.
I don't know.
It sounded very plausible.
It sounds plausible, other than it not having repeated letters in it. But
yeah, and sadly, that would break tribute, which fit with Taurus, which is even more irksome. But
so what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip 5 down for now and keep assuming tribute album's right, but we can keep checking it and see if it starts looking less right.
Oh, sorry. I'll let you read the clue before I say what it is.
Yeah, civil rights icon blank Parks. So that's Rosa. So that does fit with the clue. At least this is a name both of us know.
And every other crossword.
Christmas Carol.
Noel?
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah. This ends in double O, so that just makes me think it's tattoo, but oh no, it's taboo.
It's taboo, I think.
Oh, tattoo would have too many letters. Yeah. The clue didn't work for a tattoo anyway, off limits. So maybe we can get this now. Because it's definitely not Tony.
I agree that makes tribute album look better.
Oh, start of the day in poetry is going to be Mourn.
Mourn? Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be something I've never heard of.
Yeah, that was... I'm guessing...
Oh, this is Steve Martin. Yeah, okay.
I've even heard of that.
Come Up.
Funnily enough, as often happens with people for me, Arise... I guessed that it was Martin, and then I was like, oh, I have heard of that person.
Yeah. So, sometimes guessing names really bites you later, though.
That is true, yeah.
Obi. Obi, like, faintly rings a bell, but I have no idea. And now we have award here.
You've given me a 50-50 between that and a random string of 4 letters and asked me which was a music award. I think I would have gotten it with high probability, but that's about the best I can say.
Yeah. So we have the first letter to all these, so I like to do that next. Information header on a business's website. I mean, at this point, tribute album is correct, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I was thinking like address or something, but I can't immediately think of this. If you can't, we'll skip it.
Yeah.
Higher in temperature, warmer.
Sounds good.
Blank backward. See, this is where they don't shy away from adding like curses into the puzzle.
Yeah, I have definitely noticed that one is in a really high proportion of crosswords that I do.
Oh, you should know this one, right?
Yeah, Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah. Rio is a good one to remember. So, no, it's REO. Isn't it? Wait. Now you have any questions. Let's look at the across. Jazz great. Oh, well, that's not going to help me.
That's going to help. I know 12 down for what it's worth, but
12 down is Thieves Hangout.
I think it's a den.
An I would make more sense to me here. I'll switch it to I since you're pretty confident and my spelling is terrible. But I penciled it so that if we get to the end and there's something wrong, I can look at the pencils first. I wanted this to be arson, but the clue is Director Wells. It's Orson Welles.
Yeah, it is Orson. Yeah, I had exactly the same experience.
This is about us.
Oh yeah, very very good. Yeah, that another of those 2-word ones getting me.
Yeah, I've definitely at this point gotten used to them just randomly being 2 or 3 words, so it doesn't really bother me anymore.
That is like the one thing that I find easier about British crosswords is that they at least tell you. If it's 2 words, they tell you how many letters each of the words are.
Cryptics do they have non-cryptics that?
I think cryptic is just a synonym for British crossword. Okay. I could be wrong.
All right.
But British people call these crosswords American crosswords for what it's worth.
Yeah. They are made in America. So.
At ease? Sorry, I didn't let you read the clue again.
Oh, no, that's correct. Drill sergeants relax at ease. Yeah. That didn't come to me, so that's on you. All right. Innocent sorts in the woods.
I would have guessed Bambis, but that is the wrong plurality or the wrong number of letters.
Yeah, we do need to be plural. So why don't we just add the S and see what we can get on the crosses. So at this point, we have these first letters, and we kind of want this long word, but maybe the long word would help. Chemistry. To be honest, I have no idea what the theme is saying here. Phoneticking for repeated pairs of letters.
For what it's worth, I saw 24 down for a second, and I know the answer to that one.
24 down? Okay.
24 down is asking what the playwright Chekhov, and I'm pretty sure it's Anton Chekhov.
Isn't that the name of the Chekhov in Star Trek? Or am I remembering his name wrong? No, I think his name's different.
Don't know. Embarrassing if true, very possible.
But no, I think you're right about Anton. That's been in crosswords before. This is seals.
Yep.
Makes watertight as seals. And then wear away is a road. Okay.
Yep.
5-letter words I'm really good at because I play so much Wordle. And then we have just one letter.
That makes sense.
Oh, a basic origami step.
Fold.
Present, past, or future perfect. Those are tenses.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I just follow the grid around. So they love the APE or EP or whatever.
They absolutely, for whatever reason, yeah.
Well, it's because it's got fencing, 3 E's in it. It's their favorite word. 3 E's.
Maybe they only use EG when it's only 1 instead of 2. Maybe that's when
Oh,
they use
maybe.
EG. We were just talking about this earlier, and I was
Yeah.
just noting, well, now the EG comes up. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, so they're saying it's an example of doing this. It's so this is a more specific thing than what the clue is saying. And
But it's
sometimes the
only one,
EGs are
earlier,
like it'll name like 2 poets, and then the answer is men, because it's like
yes, the
head covering that's wrapped. I'm blanking on the name of this.
Yeah,
Are we talking about like the Indian head covering, or?
That's what I was thinking that this was going to be like the Muslim head covering, but I don't think that starts with a T. I could be wrong.
Well, we'll get some more letters. Why don't we go back up to here? Chemistry lab device. Is this a burner?
This is a
Bunsen burner. So what is going on?
Just even more makes this worse.
Oh, BU. It's all the way. It's straight down too. I bet. So this is where I'm just gonna guess. BU here. Well, hold on. This is the classic song, so maybe not that one. But I'm gonna guess that this also has BU lined up.
That would make sense.
Loaf-shaped cake. Bab something.
Yeah, I'm afraid this is a cake I might never have heard of, but that I might want to become acquainted with.
I mean, yeah, I love getting acquainted with new cakes.
Yeah,
attack as a bee
old
might.
Cakes.
Well, bees sting. Muppet who loves his rubber ducky.
Oh boy, it's one of the roommates, isn't it? What's Ernie's roommate's name? Is that it?
Bert and Ernie.
Okay, I don't think it's Bert or Ernie. Never mind. Unless Bunsen burner has an E instead of an O, which I have no guess.
Let's do it. Neighbor. Sometimes the crosses can fix spelling, which is nice.
Oh,
neighbor
yeah,
of Molly. How's your? Is it Nepal?
Nepal?
I can't actually. I don't actually know where Molly is on the map.
I don't either, but I think it's at least vaguely in the.
Attempts should be tries, right?
Yeah.
So I think
maybe Nepal was wrong.
Maybe it's Niger. I don't actually remember where Molly is.
And then this is going to be Babes, which makes sense for the innocent people in the woods.
Yeah. Sounds from new instant messages. Pings?
Pings.
I think Niger's
or dings, if they really want.
Well, let's check. Capital of Western Australia. That's Perth.
And we've got hamburger bun running across 42 across without me even reading the clue.
Topper for a Whopper.
Yeah,
hamburger bun. So the BU helped quite a bit, right?
Yes, the BU definitely helped. I would not have gotten that without the 2 BUs if
yeah, so you can see that the theme can really help you on finishing these crosswords. Just sort of logicking them out. Things with so are we talking about BU a bunch? Classic song about a soulmate. Oh, it's probably BU. It had to be you.
And that works with my 40 down answer.
Which is?
I think I know what 40 down
things
is.
With necks and frets.
Frets. I think it's guitars. Yeah.
Okay. Where do you think we should go next? There's a lot of options.
Let's see. Okay, I would double check that Genie actually fit if it were me, and it definitely does.
3 wishes for sure.
Yeah. Let's see, 45 across. We know it ends in ET.
Liveliness from the French.
Esprit. I think. Yes.
Oh, do you actually know?
No, it doesn't. It has too many letters. It's not that.
It says it's from the French. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the French.
Oh, if it's from the French, it might just be spirit. Because the French word I was thinking of was that with the E in front of it.
See, I'm really bad at filling in words from the last letter, so this would have been like not one I picked to move on to next. So it's interesting. Oh, yeah, but you were able to get it, so it's good.
Let's see. I would have then looked at like 33 down and said, I don't know that I believe that the spirit is correct.
MI, gripping tool.
Doesn't sound great.
HS is also not great. So let's erase spirit. Why don't we go to here?
That sounds good.
One born shortly after World War II.
Oh, sorry. I did it again. Yeah.
That's a boomer. Did you say boomer? I think it was
yeah. Sorry, I'm bad at saying the thing. Okay.
Head covering.
Oh, okay. The head
turban.
turban is a turban. Yeah, okay. So it's
Turban
not...
is the word I was trying to remember. Flower that vanilla comes from. Oh, is that the orchid? Really? I didn't know that.
Is it? Well, let's look at this HY word. No, yep, that sounds good. Yep. Hyatt.
Hyatt. I always pronounce that Hyatt. Like it's a ninja.
Very nice.
Scintillas. I don't know what that is.
I think that's iotas. I think it's like a tiny piece. I could well be wrong, but I think it's a tiny piece.
I mean, that works really well. Because of, due to. This is another case where, it's two words, but like you can replace because of with due to, right? So
and so now we can check and see if the acrosses that actually worked with iota.
Well, I was 6 afraid of 7 because 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Bit of body ink for short. A tat comes up all the time. General so comes up all the time.
Yep. I like his chicken.
I do.
I guess 51 has a long string of downs that we have the first letter of.
Many New York City dwellings. And now NYC is abbreviated. So even without abbreviated at the end, because it's Monday, so they're making it easy. Even if they didn't include this, we would expect an abbreviated answer.
Because we're abbreviating apartment. Probably APPT.
Yeah, I think that's usually
it's one of those words that sort of I often have a hard time with guessing exactly how they have abbreviated the thing.
Yeah, I've been known on the harder puzzles to Google how is this abbreviated. Nerts. I don't.
Darn.
Maybe that doesn't work with the acrosses.
Oh, that doesn't work great with the TN.
Let's just look at these acrosses. Oh, prima donna.
Okay. Yeah.
No longer available as a seat. I have no idea.
I'm guessing it's taken, so I'm going to guess our apartment was wrong.
Oh, is it plural? Dwellings, plural.
Ah, okay, yeah. There we go, okay.
Drat.
Oops. Drat, yeah.
You were close. Kind of bar with island-themed drinks. A tiki bar. And this is stir. Kerfuffle is a stir. Oh, that's interesting. Yep. That's a tough clue for kerfuffle. But yeah, it makes sense. All right. Well, at this point, we might as well just go to these acrosses. Yeah. Doesn't have.
Needs?
Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
That might be a bit of a stretch for a Monday, but
like he doesn't have it, he needs it.
Yeah, that was my
could be omits, but omits doesn't really work either. Let's pencil needs, but we can check with the downs. And see if it seems right. Milk in Spanish. Do you know milk in Spanish?
I do not.
It's probably similar to milk in Italian, which is latte. But I don't.
With an H shoved in there somehow.
Yeah, H somehow. Yeah, I don't know. Sure. So often Italian is similar to Spanish, but not all the time. Buffalo Bill for William Cody. So this is like a relationship between people. But I barely know anything about Buffalo Bill, and I do not know who William Cody is.
Yeah, earlier today I got one that was a niece just because it was 5 letters and it was a female and it was a relationship. But
yeah, fair enough.
And I had no idea who anyone was. But let's see, gripping tool.
Gripping tool, clamp.
I like clamp a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So needs is wrong, which we are not too surprised about.
Yeah.
So what would this be? Doesn't have.
Lacks.
Ooh, that's good. Oh, babka. Now the question is, does babka end in A or E? I think it ends in A.
I think this is the first time I have heard those syllables together, so I definitely do not know how it is spelled.
It's Eastern European / possibly Jewish specific kind of.
I see.
But they would be very familiar with it in New York because New York City has a lot of that.
Lethe? Maybe I've seen that like in menus or something. Or leche. I think it's leche, actually. Sorry, leche. I think the T is a C. Because I think like tres leche dessert must be...
I mean, it's relatively close to latte.
Yeah.
Tres leche. Okay, I've heard that.
Is this going to be end user license agreement?
No. It's Jazz Great Fitzgerald, which is Ella Fitzgerald.
One of the people I only know because of crosswords.
US spy org is CIA, and because org is abbreviated and so is US, we're expecting CIA to be abbreviated, not written out as Central Intelligence Agency.
So 32 down It's not a relation between a people. It's alias. Yeah.
Buffalo Bill is.
Oh, I was right. It was Esprit, but there's not a second I.
Oh. Okay.
I misspelled Esprit de Corps, apparently.
Gotcha. So you knew it. We just didn't know you.
Yeah, I just spelled it wrong and didn't know it.
Yeah. Bridal shower?
Yeah, bridal shower sounds good.
All right. Fashion label from Milan.
Prada?
Not that I know it's from Milan, but I know there's a fashion label called Prada and it ended with DA. So winter hour. So this is where they want PST. Pacific.
Yeah, it was always like it's PST or PDT or something like
and
that.
It's winter hours, so it's got to be the S.
I never remember which is standard and which is daylight.
Row, you learn row is in a bunch of crosswords. All roads lead to Rome. Oop.
Ta-da! Didn't we have a pencil marked thing? What was the pencil marked thing?
It was the I, which is correct. So you were right about the spelling of Rio.
Okay, excellent. That was efficient.
And this is Basie. Count Basie. So even with our banter, it took 24 minutes. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Cool. Well,
I'm glad I knew Esprit de Corps, even if I didn't spell it correctly.
That was good. You knew. I definitely did not know that. My French is 0. My French is negative. And you knew leche. So I guess I can depend on you more for the foreign language words a bit. Cool.
At least those that appear in the names of desserts.
Hey, you know what? I'll take it. Although you didn't know babka, you have to try babka now.
That is true. I now have a new cake to try. Excellent.
Yeah, it's good. It's not as sweet as cakes you might be used to. But, alrighty. Well, that was fun. We are going to continue to do the ones throughout the week. So stay tuned for more episodes of Ranks and Zeta solve old crossword puzzles. They'll get harder through the week too. So our banter will increase as we get more frustrated with not knowing the answers.
Assuredly, yes.
All right. Well, feel free to plug yourself, Zeta.
Oh, yes. By all means. I stream on YouTube. I stream Sudoku and other logic puzzles, and I also have Let's Plays of games like Blueprints and Lingo coming out, as well as a series similar to Rank's adventure series that I've often also appeared in, where I do sort of introductory puzzles in a variety of types in Rank's cassette one, so that you can look forward to that coming soon as well.
Great.
But thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to your solve of that.
Excellent.
And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.